Hi everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'll be making some back plates for a disc sander that I built in a previous video. You can see it right there. It is powered by a drill, and I'll leave a link to it up in the corner. It should be in that corner, it might be in that corner, I'm not sure. But I'll show you right away what I need to do. So I don't know if you can tell, but this sander creates a lot of dust. And I would like to be able to hook our shop vac up to that. And the problem is, I have a vacuum port on this side. I drilled it with a hole saw, but the problem is air just comes in from the back side here. You probably can't really see it. I'll show you up close. So air's getting in around this gap. So today we're going to make some sort of triangular curved thing that goes in there so that we can use it with a vacuum. Let's get started. So I've been wanting to do this for a while, but I just really haven't been able to do it. But today I found this cool foam that's really, really rigid that I thought it might be really easy to cut it out of. So let's trace the design. So if you have watched how I built the sander, you'll know that I tried a first time to get one of these done, the big plate that spins, but I didn't get the hole exactly in the center, so it didn't work out. So now I just have it sitting here, so I can use it as a template on where to draw the curves. Okay, so I'm going to try to trace it using that. Okay, let's see if it fits. Okay, and as you can see there, it fits super well. Now I have to figure out how to mount these. I have a few options. I could use some screws, which I felt like they might pull out of. I could use some glue. I was thinking maybe hot glue, because I feel like you couldn't really clamp them in place for a good dry with like wood glue. So I think maybe I'll try hot glue. Okay, so I ended up using hot glue and they worked pretty well. So that's the first upgrade done. Now on to the second one. So for a long time I've had a big issue where these stick-on sandpaper discs just keep falling off. And they're really sticky. That's not the problem. It's just sticky stuff doesn't really stick to wood super well. Like if you can imagine sticking tape onto wood, it doesn't work super well. So what I've done, I've ordered a sheet of plastic that is 1 foot by 1 foot. I got some a few years ago. Here's what's left of it. And it's just ABS plastic. It's about 1/8 of an inch thick. And it's really useful for all sorts of things. This one just isn't big enough to cover it. But I'm gonna draw a big circle, cut it out, and then I'll bolt in the plastic. And then I think the sandpaper should stick really well to the shiny flat side of the plastic. So the plastic comes tomorrow, so I guess I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, so the sheet of plastic has arrived, and let's trace the pattern on it. Okay, so here it is. You can kind of see on the bottom I've taped this piece of cardboard because I don't want that side to get scratched. And here's a scrap piece of the same size wood that is on the belt sander. It's the size that didn't work. And I'm going to line it up there, and let's trace it out with a marker. Okay, so now the line is traced on there, and you can kind of see it. You see the line? Hopefully it's enough so that I can see it when I'm cutting it out on the scroll saw. So let's do that next. Okay, now the circles are done, and in some places it's a little bit rough, but I think it's okay, because once it's on there I can sand down the edge a little bit. So the next step is to take off the sandpaper. That was actually way easier than it has been in the past to get this sandpaper off. I think because it's such a hot day and the sun is shining right on here, it made the adhesive not work as well, which in fact is good for what I want to do right now, because that means that it came off easy. So now let's find out how we're gonna set the plastic on here. Also, it's perfect that the sander wheel is sticky from the adhesive, as it will keep the plastic in place while we drill it so that we can screw it on. You'll see what I mean in a minute. Okay, so now the plastic is on there, being held on by the stickiness of it, so now I'm gonna drill some holes. Also, warning, cancer. all the screws in, but as you can see on the back, I don't know if you can really see, they're pointing out the back and they're really pointy. So I want to grind those off so that I don't stab myself. So let's do that next. I'm going to do it off camera though, so that, because I don't think I can really get a good camera angle back there. Okay, now I'm done with that. It took me about 10 minutes. So now I'm going to grind down this side with it on. I'm gonna turn it on, and then put the file on, and it'll grind it down to the round shape. So now that that's done, and you probably can't see it, but the edge is definitely more even, it's more circular. Now I'm gonna get the sticky sandpaper back on. Okay, now I've got that back on, and I'm able to use it once again. Since I still have quite a few days before this video has to go out, I'm probably gonna update you in a few days about how well it's sticking on, so you'll probably see that right now. So it's been a few days, and the plastic is holding up very well. So for the third upgrade, I'm going to be focusing it around dust collection. And if you've seen some of my time lapses, there's been a lot of dust clouds flying. And when I built it, I specifically drilled this hole on the side so I could add a dust collection system in the future if I desired to. And you've seen that I've put these foam sections on, so now I need to create an adapter from this to my shop vac. The shop vac is right here, and here you can see the connector. So I have to get something to fit that. So this piece of 1.5 inch PVC fits in there a little bit loosely, but I could probably get it to fit well. So let's see how that works. However, it does not fit inside the hole. Now I have this little elbow connector laying around that would fit in the hole pretty well. I could 3D print or put some tape around it, epoxy it in there. But I don't have any adapter from that to this. So that won't work by itself, that is. I also have this piece of pipe from a potato gun that I built a few months ago. And it maybe could be epoxied onto here and have the little hole go through there. You can kind of see it in there. And, however, though, it doesn't work with the pipe. Here, I'll show you. You can see here that it's about the same size as the pipe. Oopsies, I just dropped it there. Maybe, though, I could tape this onto the connector there. I just had that idea. My other idea was to sand down the edge of this and fit it inside of there. That's probably a better idea, and it'll be more long-term. So let's do that. So I think I've decided that I want to get this inner glued piece out of there so I can attach here on there, so that I can connect it to the sander a little bit better so it's not epoxied on all the way, so that I can maybe get it off in the future if I need to. It's the next day. I've done a few things. This is the piece I was working on yesterday. Basically, I just used a blowtorch, I melted it, and put this piece of 1/2 inch PVC in, and then I melted the connector and put it over the 1/2 inch. And then I put some tape around there so that it'll fit in the thing. So not much, but now I have this piece. And you'll see if I take it up to here that it actually works pretty well. Let's see if I can do this while holding the camera. I can push it right in there. And that works well. And as we already know, the vacuum fits on there. I'm not sure if I recorded myself putting it on, but it does fit on there. So let's put it on next. As you can see there, the vacuum is connected. I kind of have it set up weirdly around the drill press, but that's just how it has to be with it pointing backwards. So now let's give it a try and sand some wood. So here it is with everything set up, but the vacuum is not going to be turned on. Let's try it out. And I don't know if you can see, but there's a lot of dust in the air now. I think it went down into the chamber and then back out this side. So here it is again. Now I'm going to turn the vacuum on. I don't know if you could see that either, but there was virtually nothing in the air. So, good job. Completely worked. If I look inside the hole here, you can see that there is a little gap underneath there, but I think it's not a problem. So let's move on. So thanks for watching. I hope you liked the video. If you liked the video and want to see more upgrades videos like this in the future, please don't forget to like and subscribe. And check out that video up there, that video down there, and subscribe over there. Bye.